In the course of his tour of duty across Canadian provinces in 2018, High Commissioner Adeyinka Asekun interacted with many Nigerians who, in his opinion, are well informed and passionate about the state of the nation Nigeria and what can be done collectively to take it to the next level of development.
I've had the opportunity to travel to a number of different provinces in Canada. One general observation which I feel the need to make is that Canadians of Nigerian descent tend to be quite well informed, quite well educated, largely quite accomplished and somewhat professional in outlook. And so to that extent, they tend to view what goes on back home from a more informed perspective. They don't take things on face value. Their feeling about what's going on back home right now is positive to the extent that they believe that we're moving in the right direction. There may be concern about the fact that things are not as good as they could have been, but there seems to be the realization of the fact that the present administration met a very, very difficult situation when they came into office, and the process of putting things into the kind of shape we want things to get into will not happen overnight. So I get the sense that to a large extent our people in Canada are relatively satisfied, even though they like to see things happen a bit quicker.
The ease of doing business ranking for Nigeria has also been a major boost, according to his analysis.
And perhaps to go into just a little bit of depth, I think they get the sense that efforts geared towards restructuring the economy are on course and appropriate. I must also point out that some of the reports that we've been hearing over time, which I tend to draw attention to when I meet with people in Canada, whether they're investors or Nigerians based here, things like having moved up on the World Bank ease of doing business ranking by 24 positions in 1 year is no small feat, or being regarded as one of the top 10 best performing economies by the World Bank is not a small feat. So all those matters tend to give us the impression, the Nigerians here, the impression that we are moving in the right direction. I think they'd like to see their people back at home come to a place whereby they begin to enjoy the economy a bit more, but that would take time, and I think they understand that. I also get the sense from talking to our people, Nigerians in Canada, that the government's effort geared towards battling corruption is well received and is something that they're quite pleased about. Our country can never make the kind of progress we want to make if corruption is not dealt with. The president put it rightly when he said, it's either we destroy corruption or corruption destroys us.
What are the qualities they're looking out for in whoever we lead in 2019?
I get the sense that they want a leader who is first and foremost a man of integrity, a person that they can trust with the country's resources. Our resources are our commonwealth. They don't belong to a political party or an ethnic group. Our resources belong to the entire nation. Nigerians want to see a leader who will have that awareness and who will be sure to make sure that the money is used for the good of our people. They also want to see a leader, based on my interaction with them, a leader who cares for the generality of the people, who has a heart for the common man, not just somebody that wants to pander and cater to interest groups or people that are influential, okay? And then very, very important, they want to see a leader who has a strong sense of where the economy should go. And the reasoning behind that is not too far-fetched. When you have a booming economy, whereby things are on track and people have a quality of life that they feel good about, they're less likely to be involved in crime, less likely to be involved in terrorism. And so they want to see a leader who has a good sense as to how to develop the economy. Those are some of the things that are most important from what I've gathered talking to Nigerians here.
We know that Nigerians in diaspora cannot participate in the 2019 general elections. However, they are fully involved in the process. And if you're wondering how, just stay with the NTA as we shall bring you details and subsequent reports from here. Till then, I am Joy Osiago, reporting for NTA News.